All right. We're going with Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris.
I'll probably go Chuck Norris. Heard some small stories about Bruce Lee, not like just only doing like other stuff, but Chuck Norris actually going in the tournaments and they're actually fighting. So Chuck Norris.
The feeling of seeing like a body just like drop cold in the mat, it's beautiful. It's just you applying the technique and seeing that it's just one touch. It's just 1 second and the body just drops cold and the person cannot move, you know.
Everybody says, you know, you get your top 5 athletes out there, you know, on the basketball team. You got Barkley, you got Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, all that. Who's your top 5 fighters you walk into anywhere, ain't nobody fucking with, you guys knocking everybody out?
Shit, I got Francis Ngannou. I got Izzy. Okay. I got Demetrius Johnson. And I got Kamaru Usman. Oh, I got one more?
No, you included. You included. So Nikes or Jordans?
Go with Jordans all day. I'm rocking some right now, bro.
What you got on? What you got on? Let's see real quick, man. You got the 13s on? What you got, bro, man? Let's see. He walking into the gym. Retro 5. OG, white cement. Take us into the locker room with you. So when you're walking out of there and your name's being announced, what's going through your mind? Are you... MMA Locker Room here, part of Pub Sports Radio. Seconds out. Don't worry about the other shows. We the best out. Yes, sir. We're right back at it, man. Locker Room talk. It's only right, man. We have a lot of events going on this weekend to talk about, but one of the biggest events going on this weekend is the PFL Euro fights that's going to be taking place on Saturday out there. A lot of people in the U.S., you're going to have to try to find a stream that's going to be able to show it because they're not trying to give us no streams available out here in the U.S. But hey, man, it's a stacked card. You have over, I think, 12 fights on the card. The good thing about this episode that's coming out on Saturday is they're going to be showcasing a lot of their up-and-coming talented fighters that they signed over the promotion over the last year. A lot of these fighters on there got big names, and they're looking to do big things in the PFL season, you know, so they're going to be making their debut on this fight card. It's headlined by Cedric Dumas, Doumbé. Then the co-main event, you got the Lazy King himself on there. You got other known fighters on there like Dakota Da Vinci on there as well. And then you got Simon Powell on there. You know, a lot of hard hitters on this card, but I can't wait to talk about it, man, with one of the fighters that we got backstage. So one of the fighters that we got backstage, it's only right. We're here on seconds out. We're literally seconds out from his fight, okay? He's going to be fighting in about 2 days from now. The one and only. I mean, 16 wins, 1 loss. #1 ranked regional European Western fighter, #1 ranked middleweight in France. Lazy King, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
How's it going, man? How you doing today?
Very good. Today was a nice day. We ate some hamburgers, and it's cool.
Got it. So, I mean, you got to be feeling good if you're eating hamburgers and you're cutting weight. So it seems like everything's going right with your weight cut, right?
Yes, it's because this fight is a catch weight fight. So there's almost no weight cutting. So it's cool.
All right, now let's talk about it, though. So your original opponent, Otani, just got rescheduled and penciled out. Now you're going to be facing Brad Wheeler. How did this go about, and when did you know that you're going to be facing Brad Wheeler?
It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago that they said to me that my opponent was out. I wasn't surprised a lot because I saw already on his Sherdog that he has a lot of fight that he canceled. So we expected maybe that it's going to happen. So we wasn't too much surprised. But that's the fight game that happens. So we are ready to deal with it. And now we concentrate on our new opponent, Brad Wheeler.
Got it, man. Yeah, man. It seems like fighters are always looking for their next big fight. But, you know, you seem to have a hard problem getting the big people to fight you. You know, how do you get those next big money fights and get these people to actually show up to the cage and fight?
It's not easy because since the beginning of my career in MMA, it was not easy to fight to find fights for me because a lot of people that doesn't want to risk to fight with a newcomer at the beginning, and now they don't want to risk their shadow. So today, before in the beginning of MMA, Pride, and so it was like the best against the best. The guys want just come out and brawl and fight. But today it's also business. So the guys doesn't want to be the best. They just want to win and make money and avoid strong opponents. So it's different now.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. Like, yeah, back in the day, it seemed like a lot of fighters wanted to fight just to say, hey, I'm the best. I fought the best fighter. Now it seems like people are protecting their ranking and they're trying to stack up a record, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and also too, the finish rate. I mean, when you're signing up to fight a guy with 11 subs and 2 KOs out of his 16 wins, that's not, yeah, a lot of people don't want to get finished, man. It seems like you have like a 85% finish rate out there against your opponents as well.
Yes, because I always look for the finish, because that's the goal as a fighter. I train to finish, so I'm not training to win on points. My jiu-jitsu game is a submission game. So always when I in the cage, if I can, I gonna submit or knock out everything. So this is the fight game.
Yeah, no, you definitely always looking for finishes, man. I mean, you had some of the most iconic finishes, I would say, in MMA history over the last 2 years. Inverted arm triangle that just looked so beautiful when you pulled it off on there. I mean, you were going for submission after submission against who was it? D. Oliveira, I want to say. And that one just looked fanatical. And just to speak about something, always looking for a finish. I mean, you pulled off that knee bar against Rafael Harderick, I think with like the last 30 seconds to go in a fight that he was kind of controlling you. He was on top of you, laying on top of you the whole fight. Didn't even matter. You finished him in the last round, right?
Yes, this was a very interesting fight. It was like a Rocky Balboa comeback fight. At the beginning, I won the first round, and then the second, third, and fourth round, he won. But at the fifth round, I came back. I tried, I tried one submission, a guillotine choke, like you saw the fight, Volkanovski against Ortega, Brian Ortega.
Yeah.
The guillotine choke. So it was like the similar position, but it doesn't work. And then it remains 30-40 seconds like that. I saw the knee, and then I go for the knee bar, and then he tapped, and it was very emotional feelings. It was great because you're losing the fight. You know that you're losing on points, so it's the taste is even greater.
Yeah, no, I remember watching that fight and seeing the highlights on it and everything. And yeah, it was definitely one of those moments as a fighter to where, hey, man, I deserved this win and I earned it. Nobody could say anything, going all those rounds too in those bigger arena cages, because a lot of the promotions that you were fighting in, they had the big arenas, the big cage sizes like Aries and stuff. So, it's definitely hard to keep up that pace with fights, once that emotion starts going. But that's some of the things that you've been doing on the MMA side. I need to ask about the Paris MMA scene, man, because it seems like right now you're one of the more entertaining fighters out there with the memes and the personality. Do you come up with this stuff yourself, or does somebody like help you with posts or anything? Because the stuff that you come up with is so entertaining.
I try just to be myself, So I always like to joke, to entertain. So of course there are people who are helping me with the social medias, and all the stuff. But at the end, I just try to be myself, and because you can't play a role that's not you. So I play my own role. So for now, it's going good, and Lazy King, the Lazy Show, gonna come to the America next time.
Love it, man. Hey, you was trying to come into America a couple of months ago. It was one of these fighters in UFC that was throwing out a challenge out there, $50,000 for anybody that can knock him out, going by the name of Joaquin Buckley. And I think you were one of the guys that was raising your hand saying, hey, come out here and I'll knock you out, right?
Yes, I was ready. I accepted his challenge, and also I challenged him. If he knocked me out, I was giving him also the same price. And he at the end he accepted the fight. We both agreed, verbally, but the UFC nobody says nothing, so the fight doesn't made it.
Speaking of the UFC and stuff like that, I mean, you were one of the hottest free agent prospects out there. It seemed like everybody was trying to get their hands on you. And now the organization PFL has their hands on you. There's a couple of other fighters out there. The same thing's been going on. It seems like PFL is making the right moves and signing the up-and-coming fighters that they need to, while other promotions like the UFC are kind of dropping the ball and just, letting these great fighters go to the PFL and sign with them. So what was it that made you sign with the PFL over the UFC?
As a fighter, I was like anybody, trying to go to UFC at some point, but I tried all my best to make it happen, but it doesn't happen. So no problem, I trust in the plan of God. So now I'm in the PFL, and I'm happy, because I have a good contract. With a good payment, and so it's great. So now I'm happy to be here, and also the tournament, is exciting because it remembers me, like in the old days, the tournament fights, and so it's interesting because in the tournament they can't choose the opponent. If you win, you go, and then you have to fight the next fighter. So that's some of the positive sides, I don't have to wait to fight. That's good for me.
Yeah, that tournament style got a lot of fighters, wanting to get into it. So what do you think about the welterweight division right now in the current champion and him taking on Magomed Makarov in the finals? What do you think about the tournament?
I think he's very, he has good physical, advantages, his body, his reach, and he kicks good. So he's a tough fighter, tough opponent. But I'm gonna make the tournament in the lightweight division. So maybe in the future, if I win the lightweight belt, why not? We want to see if we can maybe try to do at the welterweight. But for beginning, I'm gonna try the lightweight belt.
Got it. That makes sense. All right, give me 3 names that you could see yourself fighting next season in that lightweight division. 3 names who you visualize yourself fighting against in PFL next year.
To be honest, I don't know a lot of names. I know one name, the actual champion, Obama Mercier, and that's it. It's not because I don't care. It's just I don't watch a lot, of my opponent's fights and like that. So I don't care because as a fighter, I want to be ready to anybody. Like in the jiu-jitsu tournaments, you don't know which opponent you're gonna face. In the next round, you can have 5, 6, 7 or more matches. So I always try to focus on myself and to be ready to adapt to any situations, any opponent. So that's why I don't watch a lot of my opponent's fights.
Got it. Okay. What about the visualization part of like you finishing the fight or how the fight goes? How much time do you spend on that? Like actually seeing how a fight would kind of go out and play it out in your head. Do you actually like have any time set apart for that you can visualize it? Because they say how you practice is how you play in the game.
I try a little bit, but not too much because I am a creative fighter, so I don't want to block me on some thoughts only. For example, if if I'm trying to visualize, I'm gonna submit him with a guillotine choke, or I'm gonna knock him out with overhand, and so it's gonna block me, because I want to be creative. I want to take opportunities or create opportunities. So I visualize the whole thing, just to win, not precisely.
That makes sense. All right, so coming from MMA Factory, you guys got a lot of up and coming fighters on the rise. Taylor Lapis, Willem Gomes, Cyril Gahn, Imavov, and the guy fighting in the main event too, Jordan. So who are some of those fighters that you actually train with on the day and you like sparring with and training with that's actually helping you sharp your skills?
Actually, MMA Factory is my, it's my management site, but I train not in Paris. I don't live in Paris. I live in Nantes, other city, and different team. So it's De La Riva, Nantes. It's a jiu-jitsu gym. My gym is very, special jiu-jitsu gym. It's old school style,
Okay. All right. So yeah, who's the head coach? Who's the trainer, and who's some of the fighters that you're training with over there?
The name of my coach is Beto Ramos, and they're not some. They are one in French known fighters like a boxer, Shamil Ismailov. He's a boxer, French champion, and so. And their fighter also Arsildar Baduyev, also Dagestani fighter, who fought on Ares and so. And Amin Ayub also, who fought on Brave FC. Well, that's some of the fighters. We are not, a very big gym. I said that it's a very little gym, old school style jiu-jitsu gym, and that's it.
Hey, no, that's good to know, because sometimes out there, it's misleading information out there online, and a lot of people over here on the States, we're still trying to find out everything we can about you. So that's definitely good to know on that little gym.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to just ask you a few quick questions, random questions, and then we'll be able to wrap it up. I'll give you some time to shout out some of your sponsors and teams. Just name these fighters or however you want to do it if you can. Give me the top 5 grapplers or wrestlers in MMA in your book.
Damian Maia, Bryce Mitchell, and that's it in my head. I have only that.
No worries. Hey, we're gonna throw you in there too, man. We're gonna definitely throw you in there as well, man. All right, so let me ask you: have you seen a video going out about somebody wrestling a bear?
Yes, I've seen. Yes.
Let me ask you: wrestling a bear, can you really learn anything from it?
Maybe the psychological side, you surpass your fear and so, but the bear is like playing with you, it's only I think it's only with the psychological side, for me. That's it, because how can you fight with an animal, with one punch he can kill you, so.
Got it. What's your thoughts on fighters who use performance enhancements drugs like steroids and PEDs? Should they be fighting?
Obviously it's cheating, I myself I don't care, about it, because as a fighter I always want to be strong. So even if they take steroids or something, because in my career I had a lot of fighters who were on steroids, and so obviously you can see that they are on drugs, and so even my last opponent was caught positive, for some drugs. Now I don't care. I want to be even more stronger, to even if they take the drugs to win the fight. I want to win with my skill set, not with my. For me, it's like they have a weak mindset. I know, because people tell me something, because everybody takes it today. If you don't take it, you're gonna it's gonna be difficult for you. I don't know. Even if it's gonna be difficult, I don't wanna take it, because I want to be strong. So I don't know. For me, I don't like it, but I don't care. I don't give a shit like they say. You know, I don't give a shit. They can take what they want. I'm gonna fight them all day, all night.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, no, man. I feel you on that one 100%. All right. Now let me ask this. All right. So who is there one fighter that you would love to forget it. He don't even got to be a fighter. Name one person that you want to fight for no money involved for just a random reason. It could be like the mailman who doesn't deliver the mail on time. It could be that one Starbucks coffee maker who doesn't make your drink right. Who is it that you just want to fight for no money, no anything, you know, or the Liver King guy? Who is it, man?
I would like to fight John Jones, you know, because my goal is to be stronger. So it will be great if I can fight John Jones. So let's go. Maybe one day
That'd be
in a gym sparring, you know.
That'd be a big one right there.
That would be great because like that I can learn stuff, and so.
Do you ever plan on coming out here to the States and maybe spending like, you know, 6 months and, you know, coming to one of these other camps and mixing in some skills? Like, you know, I hear Extreme Couture in Las Vegas is like A1, you know, out there around by Randy Couture, Eric Nixon and all those people over there. Have you ever thought about that?
Yes, that's in our plan. We want to come, you know, to the United States, also other parts of the world, you know, like Thailand and Dubai, and so I want to move, you know, to learn more knowledge, to see other people and take some advices, all the stuff. So, because in some point of your life, you have to move, you know, if you want to go higher, you have to move to learn. So, yes, it's going to be maybe in the future, after this fight, we will try to make it happen.
Got it. And I ended up with this. I know you say you don't really watch a lot of your opponents fighting and stuff like that. So name one person who you think is going to be the 155 champion next year in the PFL season. Who would that be?
The Lazy King.
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking
about. Let's go. I know some guy, you know, he's lazy and he's a king and he's coming to conquer the PFL. So let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go. And last but not least, man, just because it's a topic on a lot of people's mind out there, you know, there's a big title fight coming up in the 155 division in UFC. You got Islam Makhachev taking on Charles Oliveira in the rematch. You got any thoughts on that fight or how you see that one playing out?
You know, that's why it's very interesting because for me, Charles Oliveira has all the skill set to win the fight, but everything is going to depend on his mindset, you know. If he can surpass his fear, all this, you know, psychological stuff, and so I think he can win, but it's going to be a tough match for him because Islam Makhachev is a very tough opponent, and he already won once against him. So I'm very curious to see which improvement Oliveira has made. So it's a very interesting match to see.
Got it, man. Got it. Love to hear it, man. All right. Last but not least, man. All right. So you have 5 fighters to walk into the gym, and these 5 fighters are going to take out anybody who messes with them. We have yourself, and I need 4 other fighters to where wherever you go, nobody's taken down, and you guys taking everybody out the spot. It could be current fighters or past fighters or anybody. Who's the other 4 people besides Lazy King?
Okay. Anderson Silva, Wanderlei Silva, Chuck Liddell.
Old school, my man.
Chuck Liddell and Mikro Krokop.
Man, right arm cemetery, left leg funeral. My man, he just went all old school MMA pioneers that I love. That's what's up, man. Hey, wow. I've been doing interviews for a while. Haven't had anybody talk about Krokop or Wanderlei Silva. You know, the axe murderer.
Yeah. That's a tough team, you know.
That's a nice 5 right there, man. Ain't nobody messing with him, man. Love it, man. So right now, I'm gonna give you the mic and let you shout out your sponsors, some of your team members, or anybody like that. Right now, the floor is yours. I just want to say thanks for everything that you gave us over here at Second Out. But the world's gonna find out about you this Saturday.
Okay. Like also, I want to thank everybody who supports me, who's there for me, and watching me. Thank you, everybody. I don't have for now much sponsors, and so I have my own T-shirt, you know, that I'm gonna sell at my.
Nice.
Oh.
See the back. Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna make some other style, you know, of T-shirt, and so I'm gonna put on my social media, and people gonna take comment, make your order. Hey, sometimes my English is good, sometimes it's bad. And I have also a perf. How will you call this? It's a
cologne.
Parfum. Cologne. So it's Sora Dora. Sora Dora. SD. It's not, you know, it's a special, you know, with real ingredients, you know. It's a great cologne. So if you wanna buy, you can buy.
Man, my man got his own shirts made by him and his own cologne made of all the good stuff too, not the bad stuff in there. Okay,
yes.
That's nice, man. That's a
we
nice
try to make quality, you know. The Lazy King like his people, you know, the lazy people. So as a king, I want to be a good king. So I want to have a good reign. So I hope the lazy people are going to be happy with me. So the Lazy Show gonna come very soon to the American United States of America, and the Lazy Conquest gonna begin Saturday night in Paris. So tune on and watch all the fights of all the fighters, and I hope I see you soon, very soon, in the United States. I'm very excited because I always wanted to come to the United States, so I'm excited. The Lazy King is always excited. So, ladies, you know.
And he's a ladies' man out there, man. But he's probably not too lazy at that. But who knows, man? You know. But yeah, hey, this has been like I said, this has been MMA Locker Room here with Second South Pub Sports Radio. Lazy King himself, 16 wins, 1 loss. Hey, don't worry about that 1 loss. He fights in PFL. You already got 1 win over him. You're probably gonna see him again down the line, and you know, just to equal it up. Jarrah Halal Swati. I remember that one. But hey. Yeah. You're talking to a fighter with 1 loss on his record who just finished his opponent left and right. I mean, look him up on his little YouTube highlights right now, and you guys will see why I'm so ecstatic of why I'm talking with him right now, man. So you guys need to tune on into the PFL Euro Series. It's going on this Saturday night on DAZN out there. Okay, so make sure you guys all purchase the pay-per-view that you guys can watch it on, or get the stream. And when he puts out his T-shirts, buy 1, buy 2. Give 1 out to your friend and your crew.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe and like MMA Locker Room.
Ah, man, come on now.
Yes.
We got this, man. I didn't even ask for that one, man. Let's go, man. Hey, man, I love it, man. Hey, thanks for talking with you, man. It's MMA Locker Room here, a part of Second South. Don't worry about the mother shows. We're the best out. We'll see you guys same time next week. Tune in tomorrow.
Oof.